Carol is being a bit modest here, but there's a statement here that I want to read from her, and she says, "When I interpret a song, it is with my true voice, my spirit, my mind, and my heart, so that notwithstanding my admiration of my fellow artists, when I perform, I'm influenced by no one, nor do I emulate anyone." Carol Gonzalez. Wow, that is so true. Have you ever
Thank you,
sung
Sarah.
jazz? Have you ever sung jazz?
Oh yeah, I love jazz.
I could hear it. I could hear that kind of
I love
jazzy kind of Billie Holiday, the wistfulness,
Oh my God,
the
that's a
yearning.
heavy compliment.
Wow, the yearning, that catch in the back of the throat. Carol Gonzalez, what can I say? I want to say to Ann Moore, big up to Ann Moore for letting me know that Carol Gonzalez, not that she's back, because I don't assume for one moment that she went anywhere, but we love to celebrate good music. And I'm so honored, Carol Gonzalez, that you chose to be on the Humble Conduit Show.
Oh come on, Sharon.
No, seriously.
You know you're bigging me up, baby.
No, no, no. But
This is
you,
a pleasure for me.
oh, thank you so much, because I'm telling you, when you're in the presence of talent, you feel humbled, really and truly. I wish I could
Oh,
sing
bless
like
you,
you,
my sister. Bless you.
because that voice is awesome. Are you working on anything right now? Are you working on any
Yes,
new music?
actually. Yes, I'm working on my next album, and we've just completed the single to it. It's a reggae version of a wonderful jazz number called "At Last." You know "At Last" by Etta James.
Oh, look here. You see what I mean? You're going to get me all wobbly and weak now. I would love to hear that from you.
Yeah, I covered it in reggae. It's great.
In
You will
reggae.
love it.
Lord, I tell you, some man, Jamaican people, Caribbean people, them not easy, you know. Because to me, that's
As
a
soon as
classic.
it's finished, I'm mixing it now. As soon as it's finished, I'm going to send it to you.
You make sure you do, please, and I'll make sure that Ann Moore does. I want to get back
Well,
to.
Ann Moore is part of my management team. You know.
I know. Don't bust the secrets yet.
So
you just.
she'll make sure you get it.
She better do, because she knows I'll come see her. I wanted to ask you, on that 2007, the album that was released in 2007, I see that one of the producers was the great Dean Fraser. Is that right?
Yeah, well, Dean produced the whole album. He was the only one I used for that album.
And it shows. It's what the
Yeah.
tracks I've listened
Quality
to.
music.
The tracks I've listened to, the production side, the delivery, it's wow. When you say Dean Fraser, I'm like, okay, that explains it. So he
Yeah,
played.
He knows what he's about.
He played on it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All of the wind instruments. He did all of the wind instruments.
Wow, wow. So do you have a band that you perform with, or how does that work if you were to tour?
Well, when I'm working abroad, I put a four-piece together. But when I'm home, we don't work together. When I'm home, wherever I'm working, they usually have bands. Like if I'm doing, say, Western Consciousness or performing at some nightclub or something, they usually have their own in-house band. So you'll go and rehearse with them. But if I'm
Okay.
traveling abroad, then I carry a four-piece with me.
Okay. I want to say, Carol Gonzalez, this is one of the rare occasions when I've had a guest on the phone who's calling in where it's unanimous. Everybody's loving your voice and loving the music.
Oh my.
If they wanted to get in touch
Isn't
with you, say for instance there's someone who's listening who's a promoter, or wants to propose a show for you, who would they get in touch with? Who's your manager?
Ann Moore.
They would
Ann
get in.
Moore.
They would get in touch with Ann Moore. Okay, so
Stan Smith.
okay, it's actually wow. The segue just worked beautifully, because I wanted to kind of bring the interview to a close at 8:34. This is not the end of this collaboration here, Miss Gonzalez. I'll have you know.
I hope not.
Because I
I
tend
rather
to,
enjoy speaking with you.
even though I chat so much.
No, you're beautiful, and I'm watching you. It's like I'm right there with you. I know you're laughing your head off.
But definitely
I
when
can
you
see when you're dancing. I love talking to you.
definitely when you come to New York, you have to promise, and Ann Moore has to promise that she's going to bring you so that we can have you live. Because trust me, people, this lady is beautiful, and I can tell that she has a beautiful spirit, because what's coming from her mouth is pure. It's pure. It's like a
Oh,
crystal stream. It's like a baby. Oh Lord, you didn't know I was
bless
a
your
poet,
majesty,
right?
sir.
It's like a
Bless your
baby's
majesty.
cry.
You're eloquent.
Oh yes, yes. And I want to say to Miss Gonzalez, it's 8:35, and I really did want to wrap up the interview because I know you're calling in from Jamaica. But I think there was one more track. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see. We played Sports. We played How Come, How Long, which really is the big track, I think, because it addresses domestic violence. And
Right.
of course, we played, Second Class, which was we played two versions of that. I'm not going to
Right.
ask you what's your favorite track, because they should all be your favorite track, right?
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
I can't say. There is a song that I did. I'm not sure if you have it, but it's on the new album. It's called Sway. It's a cover of Sway. Because I
no,
love Latin music. I love Latin music.
I didn't get that one, but
Oh,
definitely, as I said, I'm gonna go on iTunes and get your electronic album, and we will be featuring it on the Conduit because it's just the kind of music that we like to play on the Conduit for a Sunday afternoon. It's easy
bless your
listening,
majesty, sir.
good music, and you have an awesome voice. So I don't
Thank
need to
you.
wish you luck in your career because you're already gone clear. Trust me, once the word gets out there that Carol Gonzalez has this music here and we're bringing it to people's attention, trust me, I just predict great things for you, even greater
Bless
things.
you, Sharon.
And
Bless you.
your music and your passion will continue to sustain you, I think. So
Bless you, and thank you so much.
I want to say to Carol Gonzalez, but yeah, I do talk a lot, Inga. I'm so sorry. I get carried away. I just want to
No,
say
but you
to
see, there's content. There's substance in the content.
yeah, but I'm supposed to be interviewing you, not.
No, but you see, it has to be a two-way. You stimulate my mind.
Ooh,
If you
wow.
didn't, then we wouldn't have such a wonderful conversation.
I'm glad you. I hope you weren't too disappointed
In what?
with the interview.
Oh, come on, Sharon. You're fishing for a compliment.
No, absolutely not, absolutely not. But please
I'm
promise.
having a whale of a time. This is one of the. I've been interviewed at least 1,000 times,
Really?
and this is one of those interviews that I will remember. I seldom remember interviews, but I will remember this one.
You know
I
what?
will.
I think the Father is
I
so.
enjoy talking with you.
The Father is good to me because He sends me people that I make a connection with. And
Yes,
that's what makes it work for me. If there's no connection, then I can't fake it. But
that's
definitely
right.
your music, I definitely connect with your music. And more, once again, I say big up. I hope that Anne Moore now is going to call in because although Carol Gonzalez kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit, I want Anne Moore to explain the connection. I keep bigging up Anne Moore, but I want Anne Moore and Stan Smith, if he's going to be calling in, to tell the listeners of the Conduit what's going on with them. And they're going to tell us how they came to be in your sphere, Carol Gonzalez.
Right.
I'm so glad they did because this has been a great time for me. I've enjoyed speaking to you. I've enjoyed your music even more. And the Conduit Show will be playing much, much more of it. So as I say goodnight to you, have a wonderful evening and keep working on those songs.
I
We want the
will.
new
Thank
album.
you.
We want the new
I've
album.
bookmarked you, so I'm going to listen to you for a while.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so I'll be playing more music from Carol Gonzalez, who's
Yes.
been my guest on the Conduit. As we say goodnight to her, enjoy the rest of your week, Miss Gonzalez.
You too, Sharon, and thank you so very much. And
I-
I'd like to say, may I just say
Yes.
good evening to all of your listeners and members of the chat room, and thank them for all of their wonderful words of encouragement, their positive words of encouragement. And God bless them and everyone, and God bless you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I hope you can see the comments that they're making.
Well,
If
I'm
you're
looking at it, yeah.
absolutely,
Lady
so
Sam.
you can
Hi,
see,
Lady Sam.
you see, I'm not making up stories. They really are loving your music, Carol Gonzalez. So we want to hear
Bless
more
you.
from you very soon.
All right, my darling. Talk to
Take
you
care. Walk good, as they say.
Later. All right.
Thank you so much. And as I come out of that interview, that really fabulous conversation with Carol Gonzalez, I'm hoping that either Stan Smith or Anne Moore will be calling in. There was one song. Let me do this. I want to, if I can find it here, I want to play something for a friend of mine who is logged in. Let me see if I can find the music for him. You know what? While I look for that music, let me go back to the Bob Marley party for a little bit by playing this track. And I have another live caller on the phone. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's loud and clear. I have Stan Smith on the phone. Now, to anyone in the reggae industry and the music industry, and anyone who reads The Observer or The Gleaner, you would know that name, Stan Smith. Good evening, Stan. Thank you for joining the Conduit.
Good evening, Stan. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm wonderful this evening. I'm blessed. Now, let me ask you a question. I got an email from a friend, Anmore, who we call Andrea Anmore. What's her last name?
Seymour.
Seymour. My brain gone, you know. Telling me about some news that was going on with you and her. Now, before anybody gets the wrong idea, Stan, would you please just explain what's going on?
We've formed a company, Standrea Multimedia Entertainment, and we're doing essentially, Carl is assigned to us. I am Carl's manager, and Anmore is the technical head cook and bottle washer in everything that relates to how Carol is going to be presented to the world. And we're working on that. As she told you, she just completed a single, and we're working on trying to get an album going. But in the meantime, we've pulled up her catalog and putting her out there. Now, as you know, we can't say what's in the can being worked on, because those are that's exactly where it is in the can. And until we're ready to unfold it to the public, we're not going to say much. Just to say that I first of all, let me thank you very much, Sharon, for a very good interview. And as you see, the talent is there.
Oh my gosh, so, is it?
And we intend at all levels to make sure that we raise the bar. As one of our good friends used to like to say, we raise the bar.
Absolutely.
There's a dearth of female singers in reggae for a host of reasons that we don't need to get into. And what we're trying to do here with Carol is to bring her back into the forefront of it. And since the talent is there, she's an excellent songwriter, a great singer, a great performer, as you will see when we send you the clips of her performing. And so we intend to bring her back out in full effect this year and forward. I mean, she made a courageous decision to walk away from being a judge in Jamaica, which is a very prestigious position, and secure position, I might add, because it's a lifetime appointment.
Absolutely.
Judges don't get fired.
They don't get fired in Jamaica.
Retire.
They retire.
Anywhere on this planet, you just retire. So that's it. And she chose to go with her passion. And from what you've heard from the music, is the passion is there, the talent is there. So we're going to make sure we work as a team, and more myself and the other, and Richard Chin, who is also part of Standrea and Chin, to basically put together a team to get Carol's music back out there, get Carol Gonzalez in the public's eye, and let the public see what one of the great talents that Jamaica has. Now it's just a question of putting her in front of everybody else and letting them do what your listeners have been doing, both in the chat room.
You can see the responses, right, Stan? and
Yes,
Anne Moore, who
was
is in
looking
the
at
chat
it. I
room.
was looking at it.
And I must say,
I'm heartened because it gives me strength to say, okay, the work that I'm doing